Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It All Starts With a Wish podcast. My name is Rachel.
And I'm Mark.
We are pretty much halfway through summer.
We are.
And
last week we talked about water parks.
Yeah.
Because that's a good thing to do in the summer is go to a water park.
It is.
Cool off.
And we've been going to the pool a lot lately.
We have been. Pools are also a good thing for the summer.
Yeah, you don't really get that much in the winter. Even in Disney World, it can get a little chilly.
It does. Unless you have an indoor pool. Unless you're rich. And have an indoor pool.
Well, the Disney Resort pools are also heated in the winter, so...
They are, but I don't know.
I don't know.
We've been there before.
We've been in January, and I just feel like...
It's too cold.
It's just not the same.
No. Definitely more of a summer thing.
Yeah.
Although the summer season is longer in Florida, so more opportunities to swim. March. Been there in March. Great time to go in the pool.
Yes.
Love it.
He's looking at his dad book.
I am. I was looking to see if I could find any jokes
I thought you were doing them randomly.
that have to do with water. I am doing it randomly, but, I don't know. I thought that a good water one or a pool joke would be a good one for today, but I don't seem to find one quick enough.
Random it is.
So I did find this. It is somewhat water related. What kind of food should you eat to increase your vision?
Carrots.
Seafood.
Water related?
Yeah, seafood comes from the ocean.
That's a stretch. I thought it was actually going to involve water.
And carrots involve water, Mrs. What should you eat?
I don't know. It's like watermelon or something. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Seafood. No, it helps you to see seafood.
Anyways, with pools on the brain, what do you think we would make our top 5 pools in all of the Walt Disney World Resorts?
Wow, that's a great question. Is that our topic for today?
Yeah.
Cool.
I talk about pools a lot with clients. It seems to be something that a lot of people are interested in.
I mean, if you are going on a Disney vacation, I think there is the realization that you are in Florida. And Florida is hot.
Yes.
So yes, there's a lot of air conditioning and all that stuff. But I do think that a pool is an important element to your stay.
Yeah.
Because a pool could make or break you. You're not going to Glacier National Park, where it's always kind of a little cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There, I don't care if I swim. I'm not going there to swim. But if I'm going to Florida, or I'm going to Walt Disney World, it's not saying that I must go swimming or I need to go swimming, but you're in Florida.
You probably will.
That's kind of like one of the things on the checklist that you do while you're in Florida.
Yeah.
You go for a swim.
And you want to know, how is the pool? What's the pool like?
Well, yeah, you don't just want any old pool. If there is something that you can plus up your stay with, the pool is one of those amenities, one of those elements that I would argue is one of the more important ones at a hotel. Even other hotels outside of Disney. People oftentimes look at, what's the pool situation?
Do they have a pool?
Do they
is
have
it
a
indoor
pool?
or outdoor?
Especially families, I think that it's a good way for people to cool down and still have fun together.
Yeah. No, it's definitely one of the top things when picking a resort, I feel like clients have asked me.
And anybody can go in any old pool. Yeah.
But I've had people that have switched resorts because of the pool.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it can be a big deal for people.
It can be.
So
the problem is top 5. I don't think I have thought about this enough to give you a top 5.
I know, we're just gonna go.
We're just gonna go.
Yeah.
So not top 5. We're just gonna give you the best pools in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, you want to start from the top and work our way down?
Well, I think that there's an obvious number 1, and I think we should save that for the end.
Yeah. We've talked about that enough.
I am going to say that I think a really cool one is the one at Coronado Springs. Coronado Springs has a really cool... Forgive me, I'm not sure if it's Aztec or Incan. It's definitely not Incan. Incan is South American. It's either Aztec or Mayan pyramid, because Coronado is Mexico themed. So it's either the Mayas or the Aztecs. And it's a really cool pyramid that has a water feature that comes down, and almost like a waterfall that comes down the stairs, if you imagine what you would think of one of those Central American pyramids looking like. and also a really kind of cool slide that's incorporated into all that. So it's just kind of a cool setting for a pool, and I think that really that extra feature of the pyramid really kind of makes it. Coronado is also one of those moderate resorts that I think everybody forgets about.
Yeah.
Like me especially, I know that we've talked to people recently, and I kind of forgot about Coronado because it is kind of a sleeper of the moderates.
I feel like because it's kind of far. They have the new the really big tower that they built.
The Gran Destino Tower, yeah. And I think an element of that hotel is that there are a lot of conferences. Yeah. And like when businesses go to Disney, like that is the one.
It's like what the Contemporary used to be.
So,
like, I feel like Contemporary was the big conference one with all those ballrooms, and, like, they still do. Sure. But I feel like it kind of maybe switched over.
Yeah, they definitely do a lot more of that kind of stuff at Coronado. So I think that it's less family-oriented and more business world-oriented, which is different. But with that being said, the pool is still really neat. And I think that the centerpiece of that being really that massive pyramid that is at the center of the pool.
Yeah. It does say on here, just American, colonial Spanish, and Southwestern American.
Yeah. It's definitely, kind of like, it's either the Aztec or the Mayas who were in Central America.
Yeah, if you can picture those, those pyramids that they had, that's what it looks like. It looks like you're in a ruins kind of thing. There's like a bunch of vines up of... What?
Thank you for adding that. Like, that added so much to the conversation. That's what I just said. Oh, I love you. Anyways, folks, I think another pool worthwhile mentioning here. Again, I don't think that these first...
I thought that you had nothing to talk about, nothing to say. I didn't think of this. Blah, blah, blah. Here you are. Can I even say one? You're just going to go in with another one?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. Please. No. I want to know what your second
one is.
We're all
listening.
No. Go ahead.
So I don't think that this one is over the top, like, cool either. But at Port Orleans French Quarter.
The French Quarter one,
with the elements of kind of like the Mardi Gras decorations with the serpent and
thing.
The crocodiles playing the trumpets. And, like, it's just kind of a cool vibe.
Yeah.
With a water slide and, like, interesting elements. Again, not over the top, but I think it's just kind of...
No, it does just have extra theming that some of, like, the value and moderate ones don't have.
Yeah. And it's more playful, too.
It is very playful.
So
because
much...
Mardi Gras is playful. So, yeah, it definitely brings a more family, fun, animated characters into it that aren't Disney characters.
Absolutely.
That are new, just animals.
Yes. Yeah, like a King Triton fellow who's kind of involved.
I don't really understand.
It's kind of all over the place, but it's cool because it's cool. Mardi Gras like vibe.
I like when it's not pool related, but I like when you walk down the pathways and then there's just the animals and like the gators playing. It's like a parade.
It is like a parade.
They just never go away.
That's right.
They're in one spot forever.
They are. It's a stationary parade.
All right. Can I talk about one of mine?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Wow, thank goodness.
So I actually have another one that's really... I'm joking. Go ahead.
Caribbean Beach. Very, very cool. This one, based on the name, is going to have Caribbean vibes. We've talked about this one a little bit. This is a very, very big resort. They do have one main pool, and then they have other quiet pools that are less themed.
Worth pointing out that almost all Disney resorts will have a main pool and then quiet pools.
And I like the name of this pool.
Yeah.
Fuertes del Morro.
The Fort of Death.
Yeah, it doesn't sound cool when you say it like that, though. Just leave the translation part out of it. It sounds cool. This one literally looks like you're in a fort. Like a fort that's been abandoned. There's cannons. There's like bridges that are like half going. It's really cool.
A New World Spanish fort.
Yes.
Like think conquistadors. Think, for those of you who are not refined historians, think of Pirates of the Caribbean, kind of like Spanish forts.
Yeah.
Those are...
It's giving Pirates vibes. I feel like if you like the Pirates ride in Magic Kingdom. I feel like this is that just in pool form.
Yeah, I agree.
It gives that old, broken down. It's really fun. And it's another one that's really sought after.
Another one, we'll just go right next door while we're on that, while we're in that area of Walt Disney World. I want to give a shout out to the Riviera pool, the main pool, not the smaller pool.
Yeah,
we usually swim
one.
in the smaller pool. But that main one does have some cool elements that make you really kind of feel like you're in the Riviera. Again, it's not over the top. I'm not advocating that this is one of the best. It is kind of small. Both of the pools at the Riviera are on the smaller side. But they do have some cool theming elements that I think are worth mentioning. And gosh, it's just a beautiful place to just kind of float around in the pool and look at the beauty of that hotel as a whole.
Yeah. No, I do. That is a really cool one. It is kind of bland, I feel like, if you're first looking at it, but the view that you get of the whole building around you with the trees and the nice grass and like the manicured landscape, that's what brings that elegance up. Yeah. So it might just be a rectangular pool. Nothing really much more than that. They have that other play area, but you know.
Yeah, I think that the main pool, which we usually don't swim in, but that main pool with the slide is a little cooler than...
No, it is. But I like the other one too. It's just as big, I feel like. And it still gives you like, deluxe resort vibes. Mm-hmm. Okay, the next pool that I think is worth mentioning is Art of Animation. We just did a whole resort review of Art of Animation not too many episodes ago. But this one is big, and it has a lot for the family and kids to look at, to play in. So it's definitely more of a family pool.
Yes.
Lots of those, they're like jellyfish, like those umbrella things with the water coming down off of it. So it gives very much like water park vibes, play area vibes. And the theming is just great.
Yeah.
It's larger than life, and it's huge.
I will once again, though, complain that this pool, the Big Blue Pool as it is called,
I can say it's not as cool anymore.
Is not as cool as it was when you used to be able to hear music swimming underwater. That element of it was so stinking cool.
It really was.
And stupid people had to ruin it for everybody else. And I'm still a little salty about it.
When did they get rid of that?
Relatively recently.
Yeah.
It was a relatively recent decision. But I'm still salty about it that they're not playing the music
people passing out because
water.
they're underwater too long?
Yeah, not okay.
That's crazy.
Just listen to the music. Anyways.
It's ridiculous. Anyways, what is your next pool?
The Boardwalk. I love the Boardwalk pool. I used to like it even better when there was the creepy clown.
No clown.
But I do like the retheming with the Mickey, the Fab Five kind of playing around on it. I just think that this really meets that definition of Disney storytelling so well. You have your pool bar, which is a carousel. The slide itself is a roller coaster, set up like a wooden roller coaster. So cool. That's why I liked the clown. I thought that it added that element, that vibe of a
it's
boardwalk
like those creepy
festival.
Chairs.
Yes, it adds that boardwalk vibe to it. But this is a really cool pool. It is a big pool, plenty of room to swim around in it, and that slide is a really neat
that's
slide.
a pretty
it's a good
long slide. I mean,
Yeah.
considering it's, just at a resort and it's not a water park. No, I agree. I didn't mind when it was the clown. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I wasn't like, I can't wait to look at it. I wouldn't take a picture of it, But now I do want to take a picture of it. But I do have to say that one is very... the theme is so interwoven, like almost so well, that it's just like, wow, how did you even think of that? It fits so perfectly. I just feel like you're on a board. You are on a boardwalk like Coney Island, and you're at a carnival, and there you are. We had a great room too the last time we were at the boardwalk that looked right at the pool.
The last day that we had, we overlooked the pool. That was a great. That was a good room. It was close to the lobby.
Yep.
It was a very easy walk to everything from there, and it was right on the main floor, which I think is technically the second floor. But it was right on that main floor where the lobby is, and it did have a great view of the pool.
Yeah, I would recommend if anyone really wants a good room you kind of request rooms in that area if they're available.
Can I say one that you're probably not going to like?
Really?
But I'm
You
going
don't
to
think
say
I'm
it.
going to like it?
Yeah. Animal Kingdom, Jumbo House. Let me explain.
I thought that was going to be our list of worst pools.
This is by far the warmest pool I have ever swam in, and it was not at all refreshing.
No.
Zero refreshing about it.
Yeah, no. Hot water.
It's not the best pool to swim in, but it is well themed. The idea of a watering hole, how it's a zero entry pool.
Yes.
You feel like you're in the middle of a savannah.
And you have flamingos literally like right across the way, right there.
There are live animals right there. There are animals around too, more than just the flamingos, but you can easily walk to some of the viewing areas and stuff like that. You feel like you're in the middle of the savannah at a watering hole, in this little like oasis, if you will.
Yeah.
In the middle of the African savannah. So with that being said, well themed, almost too well themed, because the water is so.
I wonder why that is though. Like, do you think
hot.
it's done purposefully?
I don't know.
Or like, do you think it's just because it's more shallow than like the other pools?
I think it's more shallow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have water features that are flowing into it that I think tend to cool it down.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
stagnant.
It's more stagnant and it's shallow, and so I think it gets super, super hot during those summer months just because of that. Anyways, I know it's not your favorite, but I did want to mention it.
I mean, I thought I liked it more than you did.
I do think it's well themed. That's all.
No, it is. It is very well themed. I would have said it was better than you did, but anyways, I also think I don't know if this is your last one, if you have one more than me, but one of my other ones is Wilderness Lodge. I just really like Wilderness Lodge, and it's like the perfect blend of like, I'm in the mountains and I kind of feel like I'm in New Hampshire, but I'm also in Disney. So I feel like if you want that woodsy feel, but you're also in a very warm place, like this is it. They have a wicked, oh, here comes the New Englander. They have a wicked cool, like waterfall and geyser, which is just, how often does it go off? It goes off at certain points in the day.
I think the geyser goes off at like 30 minutes every 30 minutes or so.
But that water feature coming down, those little waterfalls that come all the way down from the main building is really cool.
In that pool, you feel like you're swimming in a river versus like swimming in a pool, which is cool. Like you feel like you're in that outdoorsy element, that you're in a national park or something like that, and that you're swimming in a river, and that it's more natural, serene feel. The trees around you,
rocks.
You feel like you're in the woods. The rock features, like it is a very,
if you've ever
cool
been swimming in any places like New Hampshire, Maine, or even out west, I feel like in the mountains, when you're in the river or at a waterfall, when you're surrounded by those rocks and then you have like mountain views, you have the big lodge, you have the rocks around you, and you feel like enclosed. Like you feel like you can't really see anything else, which is really cool. And it has beautiful pictures you can take from there too. Do you have another one?
I do. I would hop in the boat and make my way across Bay Lake and then across the Seven Seas Lagoon to the Polynesian Resort. The Poly, I think, is, again, not too over the top, but the element of the volcano and kind of the feel around it very much lives up to that Pacific Island kind of vibe and feel. And a cool water slide that goes through the volcano, the elements of it with the palm trees and everything like that, it does kind of live up to that Pacific Islander feel, and so I definitely would say that is another winner on the
definitely
pool list.
And I think too, the fact that you can see the bungalows and like even the sand off, like you're not in the sand, obviously that's a separate thing, but the fact that you kind of have that sight line of also sand and beach and that kind of stuff kind of extends that to make it feel more islandy even more, because you're right there on the shore. All right, are you ready for the best one?
I suppose.
Do you have any more?
No, just go ahead.
I'm not planned for this.
No, go ahead.
All right, here it is. Everyone put on your surprised face. The Yacht and Beach Club, Stormalong Bay pool.
We are all shocked
that
you would ever say that.
No way. Yes way. It is the best pool on Disney property, in my opinion. In Mark's opinion.
I think in most people's opinion.
I think in most people. If you haven't been there, then you don't know. You have to experience this.
The pure size and just elements that are involved in this pool. You have
It's
a
like a
lazy
water
river.
park.
You have a whirlpool. You have a slide. You have a beach play area for kids.
Yeah.
Also, did I mention that it's sandy bottomed?
It's a sandy bottom pool.
So there are so many different elements that are just so darn cool, and just the pure size and scale of this pool just blows every other pool in Walt Disney World out of the water. We're talking literally an acre in size of just the pool area. So plenty of places to swim around, to move around. I've never felt crowded in this pool. Never once felt crowded swimming in this pool because there is just so much room. And the sand features and like the area that's good for play for kids, like to build sand castles, and you could easily spend multiple days of your vacation just hanging out in this pool area, and I don't think that anybody would have any problems with that.
No, yeah, I definitely think if you are going for a much longer time, say 10 plus days to Disney, or you're planning on just going to Disney and doing the outside of the parks things, I definitely don't sleep on this one. There's enough to do in this pool if you're looking for just a relaxing sit by the pool vacation. This is it. Especially if you have kids. Even if you don't have kids, there's adult only areas, there's like adult only hot tubs. I really honestly have never felt like, wow, there's a lot of kids around me. Like, nothing an adult would do. I wouldn't go over to, like, the sand bar, because that's where all the kids are. Like, they tend to go to the more shallow and play with the sand, where the adults are, it's very deep in the lazy river. It's very, very deep. It's not one that you can kind of, like, push your way, like, typical ones where you can kind of walk. So adults tend to go more towards there. But like you said, there's so many different little pockets and, like, hidden things, like places to go, that you never feel like you're like completely surrounded by people you don't know.
Volleyball net area for like playing, and like
the cast members come out and
all that stuff. And then don't forget that you can crawl up to the crow's nest.
You can.
Of a shipwrecked ship.
A shipwrecked ship.
And go down what is probably one of the coolest water slides in all of the Walt Disney World Resort pools.
I don't think I've done it.
You've never done it? What? It's so cool.
I don't really swim.
I understand that, but it's so cool.
I don't know if I've done it. Maybe I have done it and I just don't remember. It's been too long.
It's long. It's just really neat element
to the pool. Is it enclosed?
This part of it that's enclosed.
Oh, I see. I don't like that part. Anyways, I'll try it on our next one, maybe, if we stay there. Like we mentioned before, you do need to scan in and get a wristband to get into this one. You do have to be staying at that resort. It cannot just be...
No pool hopping here.
No pool hopping into this one. And you can't just have a reservation somewhere. You have to have a room. As long... I think they still scan every single person. So it's not like one person can stay there and you can kind of bring everybody in with you. Maybe you could, but I'm pretty sure every single person has to scan. And then you get a wristband. But if you keep it on, though, they won't keep, asking you. But every day it's a different color, I'm pretty sure, right? So there is that. But it's just very highly sought after, that's all. Because it's amazing.
It is.
I do have to say, with this theming, too, along with why I liked Wilderness Lodge, and this one is just like the rock and waterfall features that are also in this one. There's a lot of like little waterfalls and bridges that you can swim under. It's the only thing I have to say that's kind of annoying about this pool is that you kind of have to like hop out and get in to like get out of the pool, because some of them lead to dead ends and you can't cross into all the parts. You do have to get out of the pool to get and walk to other parts. Yeah.
Not far walk.
No, but you do have to like get out of the pool. So that's just kind of annoying. That first world problems, I guess. But but that's all. So, any honorable mentions?
I'm just gonna throw this one out there. It's not great, but I think this is a nostalgia thing. All-Star movies.
Specifically the movies.
Just because there's something magical about swimming under a chute of water that is coming out of Sorcerer Mickey's fingers.
Yeah.
At the pool, they have this really cool fountain element by the All-Star Movies pool, and it's Sorcerer Mickey, and he's doing his point thing, and there was water flying out of the end of his fingertips. And it may just be the nostalgia of going there as a kid. But I still think that that's pretty awesome.
No, it is. It is pretty awesome. The All-Stars do
Besides that, it's just a normal pool.
Yeah.
Nothing special. But that one element, I think it's worthy of an honorable mention for me.
You can think about all these pools now as you're just either you don't have a pool yourself or you're just in your pool in your backyard. Thinking about how lame your pool is compared to Disney pools. But still fun.
Wow. Way to make people feel bad about it.
No, I make them want to go to Disney.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, see, you could be in a better pool.
You could be in a better pool.
You could
in
be.
The most magical place on earth. So
You
why
could.
not book a vacation?
You might as well.
Armello at MickeyTravels.com. Anyways,
Why did
folks,
you say it like
we're
that?
very happy that you continue
man.
to join us for these episodes. This is a lot of fun for us. That's why we keep doing it. And more people keep listening to us somehow, some way, for some reason. Unclear as to why you all continue to listen to this. But some of you, we can tell, you listen religiously because every Monday morning there are a number of you that within the first few hours of this being posted that you'll listen to it. So I guess you're listening to us on your commute into work in the morning or whatever your morning routine is on Monday. We're just happy that you have made us part of your morning routine.
Yes.
And we are happy that you listen, and we are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. And yes, I do mean that. I wouldn't just say it. So anyways, with that being said, folks, remember to follow us on our social media accounts. Send us an email at startswithawish.podcast@email. What is email.com?
I don't know.
Well, it's called Gmail, folks. startswithawish.podcast@gmail.com. And remember, it always...
Wow.
And remember, folks, it all starts... Oh, man. I'm keeping this in. We're not cutting this out. Yes. And remember, folks, it all starts with a wish. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.